Welcome everybody to the XoneBros. This is your positive Xbox gaming community. Dang, I forgot our new saying again.
Are you gonna have to look it up again?
I don't have time to look it up. I failed. It's because Pal Sackyourface is in chat, and he jumped in, and I was like, "Hey, sack your face, pal," and it made me laugh.
He did that while we were muted, everybody.
Yeah, and it made me laugh, and then I forgot to look up everything, and now I am here unprepared. Welcome, Pal Sackyourface. Good time. Good to see you, brother.
At least your mic is plugged in this time.
Yeah, I know. I've forgotten that the last couple times as well. It's just. You want to know what this week has been for me?
Huh.
Every single day, I've thought it was a day later than it was. Today, I thought was Friday. Yeah, and I never caught back up. I don't know why. It's super busy week for me.
I actually had no idea it was Thursday.
Yeah.
So when you guys were texting about the show today, I was like, "Oh my gosh, it's Thursday! I got to do stuff."
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay. Thank you for texting because that was like 2 hours ago.
Yeah. Welcome everybody that's listening via podcast, Spotify or Apple Podcasts. Make sure you leave us a 5-star review. We appreciate your support. That very much helps us. Spotify has been pushing us hard. So everybody that's new here, there's a lot of you. Thank you for being here. Welcome. Pal Sackyourface is in chat. He says, "I'm glad it was all about me." Hey, thank you for being here, Pal Sackyourface. Carlos Sanchez says, currently at the gym listening to it. Yes. Getting swole.
Well done.
Hey, send us some gym pics, brother. Joe, drop them in Discord. We want to see.
Maybe we'll start a channel, Gym Pics.
Gym pics.
Yeah.
Why not?
Yeah, I think it would be good. AOG War Dog did drop a super chat right now. What is going on, bros? Been a bit. How's your all Thursday going? 47 months at Arbiter status. And he says this doesn't even count Patreon. Wow, what a journey. Hyped for many more years of the bros. Amen. Thank you very much. Mr. Cooper, he's been a member also for 47 months, and he says, not 47 months, boo. Now, Cooper, before the show, was here in chat. He got the new Galaxy Series X, the Xbox Black Galaxy Series X.
Okay,
with little
2
sparkles
terabytes,
on it. 2 terabytes, baby. Now they did go over it. Austin Evans on YouTube actually took it all apart to see what the difference was on the inside. The motherboard's different, the heatsink is different, and it runs more efficiently off of based on power. Like it's using less power to do the same thing.
Right.
Other than that, I mean, there's no real difference there. But you do get that 2 terabytes. So if you've been sitting out, go jump on that 2 terabyte Xbox Series X. Let me tell you, you're going to use it. I've already had to start deleting on my. I have my 1 terabyte expansion.
Both of us have an expansion card that we're already.
And I've already had to start deleting stuff off.
And the new Call of Duty's coming out.
So there goes like 5 games.
That's like what, 300 gig now?
Yeah. It's pretty huge. I think it's like 1 something. They released their things for
it's
it.
bigger. I'll bet you it's bigger.
What, Call of Duty? Someone look it up in chat.
Yeah. I will bet you it's bigger than 1 something. I think we're in the 2s. That's my prediction.
Hey, can I say something about
Say it.
Well, I don't know.
No, go ahead.
Okay, it's the
You're amongst friends.
Call of Duty.
safe space
It has the Call of Duty HQ. I go back and forth whether I like that or not because it has all the games in one place type of thing. But then it's I just want to play the new game,
Yeah.
And it's just I got to go through the menus. Oh, I will say this.
Yeah.
I hope the new menu is different from the last time I played Call of Duty.
Why?
Because the last time I played Call of Duty, they hired the guy from Hulu, which by the way is the worst
Hulu
ever
has
menu.
the worst menu. It's not even close.
Yeah. So
we all know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Wait,
so
YouTube
I hope
TV does get pretty close. YouTube TV is a pretty terrible menu as well.
Yeah, it is.
Wait, what's YouTube TV?
Why can't everybody just go?
Do you have YouTube TV?
direct?
Isn't that like $90 a month or something?
It's like 50.
Mine's 70.
Oh, 70?
Yeah.
You both pay for YouTube TV?
Oh, we share it.
Wait, well,
So how did you say?
what
yours
is
what do you
YouTube
pay
TV?
I played for it last year.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So it's cable television via YouTube.
You have everything?
You get.
I'll
all the
send you a
sports and
link.
stuff.
You can watch it. Oh, I probably shouldn't say that. I don't know.
You're
Oh, yeah.
No, you can. You can share with 3 people.
Okay, yeah. I'll send you
I
a
think
link.
it's good.
And
You'll be able to sign into his own.
Do I automatically get YouTube Premium? Because I pay for YouTube Premium.
No, I pay for YouTube.
No,
Premium.
It's an
That's
election year, so I pay for YouTube Premium, so I don't get all the election ads.
I'm going to say this. Speaking of that, I think Mike Bloomberg is the single greatest thing that ever happened to YouTube Premium.
Mike Bloomberg.
He's the reason I got YouTube
because
Premium.
he flooded.
Yeah,
It was every because how you sometimes get 3 ads. Mike Bloomberg's gonna get it done. He's gonna get it done. I don't even live in New York. Leave me alone.
I remember specifically. He is the reason reason I bought it. Was it YouTube Red at the time or YouTube? I don't know.
Yeah.
I bought it because
Is
of
it
my.
not called YouTube Red anymore?
I think it's YouTube Premium.
I have YouTube Premium.
So do I.
Yeah,
It's great. I will never get rid of it.
Yeah. So you have YouTube Premium and you pay for YouTube. They're not the same.
They're not
It's
the
like
same.
Xbox Gold and
Yeah.
It's like Xbox and PlayStation.
So what it is, I'll send you a.
Yeah.
they're two opposing businesses.
Give
They're-
me
they're two-
after the
two
show.
different
Give me
apps.
your YouTube email, like what you sign into YouTube.
Now this seems like you're fishing for information from me.
Yeah.
Okay, I see where
And
this is going.
And how it works. It's actually really cool. I send you a link through your YouTube
This
email.
is getting worse.
Yeah. And then you click on it.
Yeah, you click
So,
on it.
but then
Wait,
you
then you got to enter in all your payment information. Okay. Then,
No, but it gives you your own profile and everything, and then you're just attached to
I don't
it.
know
It's
if I
actually
trust
super,
you, Jordan.
It's actually super cool. It's really cool how it works.
Well,
And
someone's-
isn't this his account that you're giving me?
no, it's
no,
my
it's his.
account.
He has
Oh,
it.
I sent
okay.
the link to David, and then I'll send one to you too.
I don't know. It still feels kind
Yeah.
of sketchy.
No,
Are
YouTube-
you gonna? Yeah.
YouTube TV is probably probably the best one. The one that I used to do is Fubo TV. And Fubo TV's optimization sucked. In fact, that's what got us to switch to YouTube TV. Remember, Jordan?
Oh, yeah, 'cause
because it
Fubo was
would
like- it was
always
terrible.
it would always buffer. And then YouTube TV, they are kings of the video space.
Transcoding.
Yeah, of transcoding.
But here's the deal. I don't watch TV.
Yeah, but
we
you will
basically
when you
only
have
use it.
Yeah.
We only use it during
Yeah, but
football season.
yeah, it's basically
really.
used 6 months out of the year,
yeah.
and then it's out.
Without sports, no one would have TV.
Well, people like us wouldn't,
Yeah.
because there's a lot of people that they love their TV.
Well, and now freaking the NFL.
They're called the elderly, I think, is what they call
freaking
them.
the NFL. The NFL now has like Monday night games on classic Monday night TV, right? Uh-huh. And also, oh, by the way, we're going to put it on freaking Peacock.
Yeah, I actually hate Peacock.
Oh my gosh. Like, I am not subscribing to your stupid service. I literally have not done it.
Yeah.
You've got me before, Peacock.
I'm going to take that soundbite and I'm going to turn it into your, whenever you send me a text, frickin' Peacock. That's going to be awesome.
Well, I hate that the NFL is
Yeah, they
freaking
hide
holding
their-
me hostage.
They hide their games behind it.
Yeah, I already have the big three, okay? You want to put a football game on HBO? I'm there. You want to put it on Amazon Prime? You want to put it on Netflix? That's fine. You go off into freaking Peacock. What is this? The English Premiership? I don't need to be on Peacock, okay? Mm-hmm. Like, and also, what else is on Peacock? So I got it before because I freaking got tricked. Like, what do they have? The Office? Well, guess what else has The Office? Amazon Prime and Netflix. So why am I over on Peacock? Like, it's the worst one. I'm sorry if you like Peacock.
Yeah, no,
I hate
it
Peacock.
feels-
and I hate them because they're holding me hostage for freaking football. So
From
I miss good
Monday
games.
Night Football.
Peacock
Yeah.
feels like
That has the theme song.
because Peacock
That's
is
a big one.
Peacock is NBC, and it legitimately feels like Peacock basically did the lowest amount of effort to put a streaming device out.
Yeah.
Because everybody else was doing it.
Peacock has Minions, yes, but so does Amazon Prime.
Yeah.
Like literally, like I've gone back and forth. Peacock does have some exclusive stuff, yes, but freaking, I don't want another streaming
I
service.
hear you, man. I hear you. There's too many.
Netflix should just buy them all.
Netflix is probably the best one.
I don't.
Mostly because Netflix's interface is the best. So if they start
It
buying
is
people,
good.
I'm fine. Hulu starts buying people, not a big fan.
Oh, Hulu can freaking.
Well, we have Hulu. That's like one of the few we have because my wife watches. That's how we get our TV.
Yeah.
The shows she likes.
I'll send you YouTube Premium. Don't worry. YouTube
Really?
Premium. Yeah,
But
you'll be
no, are they on VODs too?
Yeah,
Because
you can select what shows you want DVR.
fine. So it's like DVR.
it has DVR.
yeah.
Yeah. I'll send
Dude,
it to you.
YouTube
Yeah, no, it's
TV
actually really
pretty
good.
good.
is one of the best ones.
Besides their interface, which is not like Hulu bad, but it's not far from it.
It's Well, no, it's not Hulu bad, but it's not.
But it's a couple steps up.
It's also confusing.
Yeah.
So
Hulu is like Concord. And
Video game.
yeah.
I already forgot about that video game.
See, that's Hulu. That's how
no, but that's how I've subscribed to Hulu in the past, and that's how they've got me. Just because I want to watch one show, and it's nowhere else, but
And
it's on.
you know
Hulu.
what's funny? Hulu is like $17.99, $18.99
Yeah.
just for its service. But if you pay like $2 more,
You can just buy
you
the show.
Well, you get Disney,
I know.
Oh,
they
yeah,
do
'cause
that,
they're like-
and it's
Partner.
like
Disney.
I'm never gonna watch those.
Yeah,
But
Disney did.
why not do $9.99 for Hulu, and then like an extra $10?
Yeah, for Disney.
Because I don't know. I don't
They also
need.
try to bundle it with
they're-
ESPN Plus.
Exactly. They're making me pay a lot because they are adding that. I don't know. I think their pricing is weird. That's what I'm getting at. I think all streaming services pricing is weird. I really dislike what Netflix. I was paying like $30 a month for Netflix.
Were you on share? Because did you pay for like the
Yeah,
extra
it was
accounts?
like $24 plus $6 because I was letting my brother. They wouldn't let him use.
Did he split it with you?
I don't like. I don't know.
That's the key. That's what you should have done.
No, I don't want to do that. But it annoyed me, and so I dropped them. Because I dropped them solely because
that.
they asked for $5 more to share my account with my brother. So I'm like, okay, I'm out. I even said that when they were like, "Why are you leaving us? You are dumb. You made me." Yeah.
Netflix is the number one for me at the moment. It's got the most show. There's a WWE documentary on there. It's a Vince McMahon documentary. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. It's reliving the glory years for me. I mean, it's about Vince McMahon and some of the stuff behind the scenes, but it relives like Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, Triple H, and the New World Order.
It's really funny when you see those guys
Generation X.
like out of character.
Suck it.
Like when they like retire and like you see them out of character and they're just like these like just nice guys trying to live
dudes.
life, you know?
They're like, "Hey, Joe."
Yeah, and you're like, oh, that's not how you.
And the next day, they're like drinking blood in a arena
Yeah,
on top of a cage with flames going off around them.
Yeah. It's like a really weird dynamic.
They're like great neighbors.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
And they're hitting people with chairs.
Well, I think in that business you have to be nice to each other, or you could.
Dude, the peak
You
of
could
wrestling,
really get hit by a chair.
The peak of wrestling was the like
Early 2000s.
2000s. The peak. It was so good. Even going back and watching it, it's like they'll like show you some of the drama that they had set up and was going on, and you're like, it's so good, man. That's so good.
So what's funny is like the WWE, like they have to have writers, right? Like there's a room
Yeah,
of
of
writers. What are the talks in those rooms,
dude,
You know,
that's
like
what-
how does that conversation go?
Yeah, I think some of the like remember Heroes season 1 Heroes, like some of the best writing of a
Season 1
TV show
Heroes
ever.
is good,
They
yeah.
Or
came
even,
from
like,
they came from the WWE.
or even early Lost. Yeah, I think they got sniped from the WWE.
I just imagine like a bunch of dudes with a pizza, and then one guy's like, "Oh, and then the Big Show betrays him," and everybody goes, "Oh!" Like it's just like this. It's just like a frat party.
First, here's what we're gonna do. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have Triple H. He's gonna become the bad guy. Okay? Yeah, I'm down with that. You look how big he is. Yeah, he's gonna become the bad guy. He's on Generation X. He's gonna do the whole suck it thing. You know, it's gonna be awesome. Then Vince.
There's a big circle of ideas that they're throwing on the board.
Then we can take Vince. Vince is, Vince, our owner. Vince, are you down with your daughter coming in? Oh yeah, let's go with my daughter. Okay, then Vince's daughter can start coming in, and we'll have Vince be the bad guy, like this evil owner billionaire, and he'll go up against Cold Stone. But then Triple H will marry Vince's daughter. Well, first he'll kidnap her. First he'll kidnap her, and then they'll get married shotgun wedding, and live during WWE Raw, they'll film it in, and Vince will be left in the middle of the arena with his jaw dropped because Triple H freaking
It's literally like if the Bros
Like
wrote
that's-
a soap opera.
like that's literally what happened.
Give me the red marker and blue marker. Okay, and they're gonna go this way.
Yeah, that's literally what happened in that. And then okay, here's another idea. Then we'll have Vince McMahon. We'll get his wife involved. Okay. And Vince McMahon will still play. He's the best bad guy because he's the billionaire owner. We'll play him. He'll be against Stone Cold. Okay.
And make Rashiki shit his pants. Yeah, right?
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. That's a side story. then Vince's wife is going to come in. I think Linda McMahon's her name. Linda McMahon's going to come in, and Trish, the super hot wrestler Trish, and Vince are going to have an affair behind her back, and Trish is going to poison Linda so that she's in a wheelchair in front of them, and we're going to have them kiss each other in front of Linda. And then
I'm impressed.
yeah, and then
it's if the Bros
No,
wrote.
I'm impressed with David.
and then at WrestleMania, we will wheel Linda out, and they'll, be mocking her and kissing, and then Linda will stand up because she's not actually poisoned, and she will go buck wild on everybody.
And that's season 1.
Yeah, like, bro, how do you get better than that? You answer, you don't.
Yeah, it's just man, the writing is top tier.
It's top tier. It's top tier, bro. Right? I hope we get back to that.
Top tier, bro, right?
Yeah, like no, really.
Dude,
like
you should have those
Like, it's when you go back to those,
You
when you
should
go
have-
back and watch them. Like it's like, whoa, they did that.
You should have those guys write Rings of Power. And you know what's funny is it would not have to be accurate at all, but I bet you it would be great. People would still love it.
Bro, here's what we do. Elrond, okay? Elrond is going to be super jacked, okay?
Billionaire Elrond.
He's gonna do the
Super-
suck it thing, all right?
Super jacked, and
The elves
kind of
are,
like what Shawn
the elves
Michaels
are gonna be a part of Generation X.
and kind of like what Shawn Michaels did before Generation X. What created Generation X was before he walked out onto the set, he put a sock in his pants to make him look super hung. We're gonna make Elrond super hung, okay?
And when he smites people, he throws up the diamond cutter symbol.
After he fires his arrows, he's gonna throw it up.
See, look, not accurate at all to Tolkien,
No.
but no one would
But
care at that
freaking
point.
awesome.
At that point, no one would care.
Dude, that should be a
And
video.
then have
game.
Karl Malone come in and fight somebody.
And Mike. Oh, and then we'll get Mike Tyson to referee the head match. Dude, I'm telling you.
Yeah, those guys should write Rings of Power.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Those guys. Dude, there should be a crossover.
The crossovers were the best. The NBA crossovers with wrestling was awesome.
This should be a crossover Lord of the Rings by WWE. By World Wrestling Federation.
That would be pretty awesome.
that would sell money.
Tell me that would not
Do you
be.
know how many people would buy to
How
watch
much
that?
did Amazon pay for
$1 billion.
Rings
So
of Power?
if you have
billion.
WWE, just pay for the licensing for that.
if you have a Venn diagram of WWE watchers and Lord of the Rings fans, I bet you there's a lot right in that center circle.
Who's a lot of
That center
crossover?
circle, there's a lot right
who's
there.
the princess in Lord of the Rings?
Eowyn
Eowyn. Eowyn.
or Arwen?
Arwen, played by Trish. Or China. Rest in peace. Like, see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, imagine. Sauron would be Mr. McMahon. Yes. Yes. Dude, everybody's watching
Sauron would
that.
be Mr. That would it would
That
basically
would be
it
his
would
son
be-
now,
It would
but
be
yeah.
like a big cosplay for that.
Dude.
That would sell.
Dude, WWE, get in touch with us. Maybe we could be your writers. And that's what we do.
We just do a Lord of the Rings cosplay.
Just buy a couple
Cosplay.
pizzas.
And don't call it Lord of the Rings. Call it, like,
War of the Rings
War.
on Thursday Night SmackDown.
Lord of the Squares or something.
The Elden War of the Rings.
The Elven.
Put like as many things in there.
Yeah, like
Like one of those crappy mobile games that come on.
WrestleMania 52. Lord of the Rings. Rings of Power.
WrestleMania, the second age.
Ah, War in the Ring. Yes. Yes.
War in the Ring, the second age. Oh, that would be
Yeah,
fantastic.
dude. Think about how many lives in Middle Earth would have been saved if they just
If Triple
they-
H was there.
No, if they just had a King of the Ring match amongst everyone.
The Undertaker's like the Witch King.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Witch King of Agmar.
Guys, I think we're onto something.
Actually, he would be perfect for that.
I know.
Yeah, like that would
I know.
actually that like fits. Yeah.
So the partner preview was.
Oh, yeah, let's go back to our podcast.
Yeah, the partner preview was today. But before we go over it,
Let's talk more about WWE.
Yeah, some big games dropped this week, or a big game. New World, the Amazon
New
MMO.
World Eternum update.
Yeah, New World, the Amazon MMO dropped this week. I purchased it. Now, you know that Jordan the Man and I were going through Throne and Liberty, and we dove in pretty hard this weekend, actually, when it did some... What's the... We went into a painting, actually.
Oh yeah,
Throne and Liberty.
yeah.
You get sucked into a painting, everyone. It's pretty cool. Throne and Liberty is really good. Highly recommend it for everybody interested in a free-to-play MMO, a Korean MMO. Diving in more only made me like it more, and I almost spent money on it, except then New World came out, and I bought that game, and I am loving it. Now, I didn't play the original when New World OG dropped. Everyone tells me that the changes that has been made are better. So I don't know about that. I have no comparison. But what I've played so far, especially on Xbox, It doesn't feel like I'm playing an MMO. First of all, the controls don't feel MMO-ish. Whereas like Throne and Liberty, the controls are very MMO-ish. Lots of wheels, lots of stuff like that.
Well, okay, no, so let me explain that. The controls in New World are actually very optimized and well done for the controller. The controls in Throne and Liberty are not.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. But it's snappy. It feels good. I am loving New World. I think that this, I don't know how it originally was. Whatever changes they made, though, it's fun. And I love the menu system. Granted, I was coming from Throne and Liberty, a free-to-play Korean MMO, which means millions of systems and millions of menus. Coming from that to New World, it's super simple. There's a start button. That's your character. You know what to do with your armor. There's a back button. That's all your abilities, your world map, your codex. And then it's just...
The user interface is set up really well.
It's so smooth. It's so good. It's so simple. And the story is pretty good so far. But yeah, I'm really liking it. I think New World, at least, I mean, granted, I got to go through it, obviously. But just in the first impressions that I've had with it, I think it's a competitor. On the console, at least. Jordan, man.
No, I
jumped into it as well.
Yeah, so I played New World for a while when it launched. Brimstone Sands came out. I didn't really play that. And then they came out with their first expansion, the Wilds one. I forget what it was called. I played like maybe a day or two of that. And then this is the first time I've played it since then. So what's been really interesting to me, they don't have cross save, which I was kind of upset with at first. I mean, I still slightly am. But I do like that I'm starting a new character because there has been so many changes from the original launch of the game. The entire intro sequence is completely different.
Yeah, the intro sequence was really good.
They're trying, and I've heard this before. I've just never gone back to New World. They're basically telling a story now.
Yeah,
but via cutscenes and stuff like that. You know, I guess you can argue there was a story before, but
even the first area you said wasn't there that you go through.
Oh yeah, so like when I did the tutorial where you like learn how to block and dodge and stuff, you do on the boat that's crashing. Whereas when I did it, the boat had already crashed, and you're just kind of going through this thing. When you talk to NPCs, it's not quite like the ESO camera, but it goes into like you can call it a cinematic camera, and they talk and have voice lines, which is really interesting. But yeah, it's completely different.
So the lead up to the launch of this, the developers had like a developer video where they go over and they share some of the things that they've changed and some of the things that they're excited for, bringing New World to console. And what really stood out to me in that, and I can attest to now, well, granted, I've not played on PC, but what really stood out to me was they said playing on a controller is going to be the best way to play. Like they said that in their trailer, and I will say it's really good. Like the controller, I think it's because ESO was built for the controller pretty well. Mm-hmm. I think it's the best of the MMOs on controller so far that I've played, and I've played ESO.
Yeah, I think it's just as good as ESO. I
think it's snappier than ESO though.
Yeah, I don't know.
ESO's a little janky.
Well, it might just be that's like ESO's play style.
Jank?
The janky.
Yeah.
It is.
Well, kind of is. Well, but it feels like this. It just feels good.
Well, and this is more. They're both action combat, but this is more like they really focused on like. It's hard to explain.
Like skill-based action.
Well,
combat
no.
more?
It's just like the combat is more flashier in this game.
It is flashy,
it's more flashy in this game than it is in ESO.
Yeah.
Not saying that ESO is bad in any way, but it's just it's more flashy in this game.
Yeah.
But no, it's really. I think this game is actually perfect for console. So I understand. I get why a lot of like the veteran players were initially upset with this announcement because this isn't for like if you're a veteran player, there's not much new here for you. This is
there's a new zone, like an add-on to the map.
No, well, they're like what you're talking about the bottom right PvP zone. I mean, I guess, but if you're a player like me,
do you think this could have been called New World Reset?
Yes.
Yeah. That's probably why.
I think they're getting everybody. It was to introduce the console players. That's what this update was. It was a console update. It didn't add much for a veteran player. I think they added a new raid, but it's not like a full on. expansion for the veteran players, and I think that's what they've been waiting for, because the previous years they got that Wilds expansion or whatever it was called. They got Brimstone before that. I think they were waiting for the third one. It's not there. I think that's all going to come next. I think you're right. I think this is kind of like a soft reset for New World, and now they can they have everything in place. They've fixed the starting intro onboarding experience for all these new players, and I think now you can kind of move forward with it using these systems.
Yeah, what's interesting is in the past 2 weeks, I have dove in now to 2 MMOs. Both of them I've very much enjoyed, both releasing on console, both from Amazon, one published, Throne and Liberty by Amazon, the other one developed by Amazon Game Studios. Amazon is really and remember, Phil Spencer said this a while ago, that they don't view their competition as Nintendo and PlayStation. They view it as Amazon, Apple, and Google. And you can see Amazon, once these big powerhouses get the ball game figured out, Amazon seems to slowly be getting it figured out here.
I will say this. So playing New World, I play it in quality mode because I'd rather have the frames.
Yep.
And what they do is they do a nice little thing, and I should actually test it to see if I'm getting above. But they have a performance mode and then a quality mode. And in performance mode, or I think most of the modes actually, you can select 30 frames, 60 frames, and then uncapped.
Yep.
And I'm curious if the Xbox really pushes me above that, the 60 mark.
They give that on the Xbox.
On the Xbox, they give you the option uncapped. So I would my monitor can count the frame rate, so I actually want to test and see if I can.
There's also 4K mode.
Yeah, the 4K mode actually does look pretty good, especially on your TV.
Yeah, I was testing it.
But so I'm playing on the performance mode.
Same.
Because I want the higher
Here's
frames.
the thing. For me, performance versus quality was not that big of a difference.
Performance versus 4K mode, that was a big difference. Yeah. So I'm playing on the performance mode because I want the 60 frames or uncapped is what I'm at, and you could feel the difference when you get that higher frame rate. But what surprised, and I think it's a little bit of the art style too. I think sometimes art style is more important than graphics, because I think art style can amplify the graphics. But for a console MMO, the game actually looks really good, doesn't it? And I'm in performance mode. I'm not even doing the 4K. It actually look. Now I will say this: character models and the animations of people talking, like when you go into that cinematic camera, there's a few misses there. Let's just call it what it is. Like when you were talking to the cross-eyed pirate lady, she wasn't supposed to be cross-eyed, but there was
she was supposed to have an iPad.
From a distance, you're like, yeah, she's hot.
And then you get closer, and
then you talk to her, and you're like, oh, are you looking at me? You're like looking over your shoulder.
It's kind of like, whoa.
Are you looking at me?
So, to be fair, that can use a little bit of work, but being in the game, it really does. It looks really good, and I've not had any performance issues. I feel like in certain areas I've had a few dips in the frames, but for the most part, I think I've been steady 60, and it's been going well. Like the game plays really well on the console.
Yeah, I'm impressed. I'm very much enjoying it. The argument has always like free to play versus pay. Wouldn't you rather just pay? Having played 2 back to back now, paying is nice. It's just nicer. It's nicer because you're not bombarded with different, thousands of systems. You're able to focus on like for instance, I'm level 17 in Throne and Liberty. Mm-hmm. And I feel like I'm still being introduced to new systems.
Yeah. And
whereas in New World, I'm jumping into the story.
Well, because New World is a little bit more intuitive.
It's very intuitive.
Because it's just here's my weapons. Okay, I level up weapons. This is the skill tree for the weapon. Okay, and it's intuitive. You get it.
Or here's an example.
I
got this gear. I just press start. I can see my new gear. I can hit left trigger, compare it. Oh, it's better. Equip it. Salvage my old gear.
Yeah. Now
versus there's these systems and you want to keep it to be able to level up, but then you've got to collect these coins, and then you got to collect these other coins to get these coins, to get the book, to then get the salvage parts to then level up.
Well,
I don't need that bullshit.
Yeah. Now, New World does have New World does have its complexity in
Depends. If it's done well, I don't care how many currencies there are. If it's done well, there are games where it's like, oh my gosh, another currency. But then, I'm playing Diablo right now.
Yeah,
I don't even know how many currencies there are, but that game is awesome.
It's got you.
Yeah, it's good. Keep going. We can talk about that later, though.
So New World has its complexity, and I guess its builds or crafting. I mean, there's lots of. It's not to say it's, like an easy game, but it still has it's easy enough to get into, but has that in-depth for example, each weapon has its own skill tree. You're allowed to have 2 weapons at once. So there's certain metas where you're switching between your great axe and your other weapon, and something just to buff yourself with one weapon and then switch back to the other. Like it's fun.
Yeah,
just like we said about Throne of Liberty. Now, me and David were talking about this. If I were to pick one of these 2 MMOs to play, long term, Now, even though I've already put a lot of time into New World when it originally came out, I think I would pick New World over Throne and Liberty.
So, I mean, playing them back to back like this, I 1,000% agree. There is just not that Throne and Liberty does a lot of really cool stuff, and
it's not a bad game at all.
No, it's really good. I highly recommend it if you want to check it out and play it, and if that style. But there's like a simplicity there. There is like you said, it's almost built for console.
Now, who I think this game is specific, like who New World is for. I mean, to be fair, I actually think New World is for Mark.
Oh.
Yeah, no, I think you would enjoy this more than you enjoyed playing like World of Warcraft with us.
Sure.
I think this is because there's a whole
it's simple.
No. You're not going to have that. Although
the last 10 minutes, you're like, yeah, there's no systems. It's just real simple. Mark would love this game.
What we mean is there's no bloat.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just
optimized.
It's lean.
I think you would like the skill system of going and gathering, kind of that RuneScape style
and you get
system.
To focus.
I think
you get to choose what you focus on.
I think you would really enjoy the crafting, and that you would really enjoy dive because that can get really in depth.
Also, can I say what they made me want to do here already is they make you want to explore and go off the beaten path. Throne and Liberty, for instance, did not do that to me. I was like sticking straight to the linear story to story to story. Even their exploration missions, like they're very straightforward. Whereas this, they have these like letters strewed throughout the world, and they're super interesting, number one. But number two, you get rewards for them, and you get XP for them. But there is something about going off the beaten path, and there's these like in Area 1, for instance, there's wrecked ships everywhere, and you're rewarded for doing it. So they've done that part really, really well.
Yeah. Cooper asked a good question in chat. What's a better one to start, New World or Throne of Liberty? Honestly, if I were to, like a new player, like, what should I play, Throne of Liberty or New World? I would say New World. Even though it costs $60 and Throne of Liberty is free, I would say New World is probably like...
I agree. It's just, you get into it right away, and it just doesn't have... Throne of Liberty has a complexity out the gate that you have to deal with. I do want to take a minute, though, and shout out in chat, Reckham. Reckham 711 is in the house. Reckham, welcome, baby. Welcome back. Haven't seen Reckham in a hot minute. Hope he's doing well. Beast is in the house as well. Thank you for being here. So is Nate is Legend. Obviously, we've said hello to Mr. Cooper already. And Happy Mayo. Happy Mayo actually asks, World of Warcraft or New World?
Well, that's a little bit different.
You hear that snobbiness coming from Jord the
No,
Wow?
well, I mean...
That's kind of a loaded question.
Look,
It's not even a question.
Should I put a timer on this?
How dare you? World of Warcraft.
There's a lot of things that World of Warcraft does that I like.
Pre-cataclysm or post?
Yeah. Well, yeah. That's actually a good question.
Knights of Pandaria?
No, because vanilla World of Warcraft.
Here we go.
No. Mark brings up a good point because vanilla World of Warcraft, I think, is the best MMO ever created.
Vanilla
World of Warcraft,
Yeah.
Greatest MMO or classic World of Warcraft, greatest MMO ever created. No questions asked, not even close.
Does anybody in chat disagree with that? I would be curious. I would like to know if anybody in chat disagrees.
Doesn't look like it.
David R says Throne and Liberty got really boring for me after reaching level 50. I could see that because there's different types of dungeons.
To be fair, New World might do that to you too. That was actually like the main criticism when New World came out was there was like, hey, wait a minute, there's nothing to do. I mean, they've added stuff.
Oh, that's the
since
girl.
then.
If you rewind, we can show you the.
No, can we talk about this though?
It comes around again.
Check this out.
Yeah.
Okay, so not all candy and rainbows here. Let me tell you what I absolutely despise about New World, and get ready because I know the comments are going to come in like, oh, it has to be this way. The server system in New World is terrible. I understand why they do it, and I think that is a terrible reason.
because explain what happened.
Okay, so Throne and Liberty, or sorry, not Throne and Liberty. New World has servers. Okay, they have servers for specific reasons, which we'll get into later.
Jordan, doesn't everyone have servers?
Oh yeah, everybody has servers, but even
His voice changed.
Yes. Okay. Everyone has servers, but what newer MMOs are doing are basically like the term mega server. Like ESO kind of coined that term. Hey, we have mega servers. US, Oceanic, Asia, or Europe. You know, like you pick a region, bam, you're there with your friends, all this stuff. World of Warcraft, Final Fantasy Online. They all still have servers that you pick, but they are getting away from that. They're making it so servers don't matter. World of Warcraft has done actually a really good job of making it like, you know, you're able to queue cross server, you know, play with your friends cross server. They kind of phase into your world or layer. The servers were a technological barrier that we have now passed.
We don't need them anymore, is what you're
Well, I mean, you obviously need servers, but in the respective, you have to pick an individual server, and that's where you play your game, and the only people you see are on that server. New World does this. You have to pick a server, you're on that server, you're there. What's frustrating about that, and you can say, well, that doesn't happen. It happens all the time. What happens is you say, okay, hey, I'm on this server. Your friends go to log in. They weren't able to play as early as you. That server's now full, so they have to go to another server. Then you got to start a new character on a server, and then let's say you join a server that's low populated. That server never gets populated, and it's just a dead server. So you want to switch anyway. Like there's so many problems that come with that server system. It's not worth what the game offers in return. Now, what the game offers in return is. And this is where we're going to get all these mean comments. Well, they have to have servers because of this. One is the nodes. The way the node, like, I don't think the nodes, I think the nodes are static in World of Warcraft. So, like, they're always in the same spot. Or, sorry, not World of Warcraft, New World. So, basically, if you had a mega server, there would be no, the argument would be there is no nodes. Because everybody, there would be thousands upon thousands of people going to these nodes and taking all the minerals, trees, whatever. And my answer to that would be like, well, can't you just do what most other games have done? Just like have layers. So like, for example, World of Warcraft, if there's 1 million people playing, there's not 1 million people sitting in Stormwind. There's like layers of the same city over and over again. Yeah. And then like when you invite to group, you guys got to get merged in the same layer. It's a seamless experience. And they have gathering and stuff too. They're able to do it. I think New World can do it too. Maybe it's more complicated than that, but I think New World can do it. The other big reason is PvP. Now, I'm actually really not a big PvP fan in MMOs. I mean, I do it. There's fun to be had there, but it's not the main reason I'm playing an MMO. I'm more of a PvE guy, so take this for what it is.
Yeah, you like your P's to be E's.
Yes. So take this for what it is. The whole, like, a guild can own a city, and I'm just explaining this like, I mean, it's probably changed a lot since I've played too. Like, a guild can own a city, other guilds can come in and basically, like, conquer that, or basically earn up the reputation to go to war with that person who owns the city, and then you have like this big war and blah blah blah, and that's all on the server. And my question is like, well, why can't you just make something like that instanced? Like, for example, a guild owns a city, and then you queue into this instanced content, so like battlegrounds or arenas or whatever, and if your team wins representing your guild, you get points towards a score, and then when that score gets to a certain number, you can go to war, which is another. Basically, what I'm saying is I think there's ways that New World can implement to get rid of this server issue, because this has been a problem since the beginning, by the way. Everybody flocks to a server. The server 2 months later is completely dead because everybody had to merge over to this server. Now you're moving servers. Your friends are on a different server. You can't just log in and play. It's so frustrating.
I'm sure they can, and I'm sure they eventually will. I'm sure it's a cost, effort, lift problem.
When you're Amazon, you
David.
can't talk to me about costs.
Yeah.
Well,
When you spent billions of dollars building a penis rocket, cost is not an issue.
okay, that's a very valid point there,
See?
David. Rebuttal.
Rebuttal. Real quick, we got a super chat from the one and only Super Shocker. He gifted 5 XoneBros memberships. Everybody that got a XoneBros membership from Super Shocker, please drop your new emotes. Let's drop some Wingman and some BFFs that like Beast did there. Thank you very much, Super Shocker. Appreciate you.
Well, and Amazon is like a good chunk of the internet with their server structure. So they obviously know how to do it, or someone in the Amazon family can help them.
It's not that I don't think it's like they don't know how to do it or it's anything like that. It's the way the game is set up. It's purposely set up like these node systems, the way the PvE, like it's all set up to have this. The way it's set up right now, they basically have to have this server limit.
Yeah,
and I'm saying we need to revamp those features so we can do one big mega server.
Yeah.
Now I know everybody in the comments is going to tell me like, oh, well, you're an idiot. You don't know what you're talking about, and that's fine. Doesn't change the fact that I think New World would be a much better game if they got rid of that server. That's just my thoughts. All right?
Sure, but
other than that, I think the game's
But
fine.
also, my car would be a much better car if it was a Lamborghini.
Yeah.
It's not.
Okay, I think I see where you're going with this, David. It might cost more to get a nicer
whatever
thing.
the original design or architecture is on the back end. It might just not be possible to do that now without making a whole new game, having to make a whole new game. Or it just might be such a huge lift that it takes. It's too much.
How long has this tech been around? Guild Wars had it.
Yeah, but how the game, like even Jordan said, like the way that the game is set up, it requires
it's the internal designs of the game. Now, what I'm saying, those internal designs, how the nodes work, and nodes are, I think nodes is an easy fix. My no expertise of engineering at all, I think the nodes is just an easy fix because there's other examples you can pull from. Like the PvP, I just think redesign. It's the systems within the game require the game to have to have individual servers. That's the best way to explain it. The systems within the game require the game to have individual servers. I think those systems, for the better, should be changed, and then you don't have server issues. Because again, the server issues have been a problem since day one of this launching on PC.
Yeah.
Now you can say it may be impossible. ESO says it's impossible. I don't think it is. I just think they don't want to put in the effort to do it.
I'm sure that's what it is. I'm sure they're just lazy.
Well, no, I think it'll probably take a lot of effort, time, and resources, but I think it'll benefit the game. I definitely think it'll benefit ESO.
Yeah.
ESO's problem is they split their community.
I mean, it is frustrating just from like your server was filled, so I had to do it in another server.
Yeah, and now I have to transfer servers or create a new character. And it's just
yeah, that sucks.
Who would have thought? Playing an MMO with your friend would be so hard.
Who would have thunk it? Spicy, you have been diving in hard on Diablo, as has Jordan the Man. Elon Musk is inspiring you guys.
Yeah, the guy, what is he at, like
150
50 on his pit level or something?
I think you guys told me he was playing that game. I think Jordan told me that.
He's like dropping updates every day, and it's like in his comments, it's like the game's been out for 2 days. Holy
They were like, didn't you just launch a robot? How did you have time to play this?
Didn't you just go to the moon?
I like his what was his first comment when he hit like pit? He hit pit 100 plus, and he was like, to be fair, the class is broken.
He was like,
which it is.
He's like the new spirit, whatever. What is it called?
Spiritborn.
Spiritborn is OP.
But
it's fun, but it's OP.
Yeah, that's the thing, is it's OP. But he's not. It is fun.
I think there's a lot of things that are OP in this game, and I think Blizzard is finally going, it's fun.
Because it's fun.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I love this game right now. Diablo
hooked, huh?
4
It's got
is
hooks in you,
so good. For me, I haven't looked at what anyone else is thinking, but I play as a necromancer.
Now,
I love necromancers.
Context, this is you playing since season 2.
Yeah, I haven't played since then.
You missed a lot of the actual good improvements.
Yeah. And the changes that I see are all leaning it up. They're getting rid of the fluff. They're getting rid of the wasted time. It's all quality of life. Mm-hmm. And I'm telling you, David, it is so good. It is so good. I play different. Okay. For example, they have a whole Realm Walker sequence where a big monster comes out of the ground. It's kind of like their new world events that go on, and this big guy's walking around, and the only way you can damage them is to kill his minions that are popping up from the ground, and then he actually has a portal on his head. It's super cool, okay? But you have to walk along with this monster as he traverses the map. Mm-hmm. I see all the Spiritborn people just like roly-polying all over the place. Do you know what I do? Huh. So I have built everything into my minions. Like every power level thing you could do is all minion based because I'm a necromancer. Mm-hmm. I'm going to play minions. Yeah. And I slowly move the joystick so I walk like a badass. I don't use any of my abilities.
You just raise up everyone
and I feel
around
like,
you.
Yeah, I immerse myself into this moment, and these minions are walking around. It's like, in the movies lots of movies do this where there's a battle going on, but you see the guy just walking forward, like the boss guy walking forward or something. And that's how I feel like I am in this game. I just slowly walk forward and my minions are just taking everything out for me. Don't press any buttons. I love this game.
That's intimidating.
I was really disappointed in Diablo 3 with, a whole bunch of stuff. Dude. And I enjoyed Diablo 4 originally. But this game has been touching me in the right places, in so many places.
I love it when games touch you.
Well, what's great for you is because they've introduced some of the, for example, tempering that was introduced in season 4 or something.
I've never,
all of this
I just discovered that.
I know,
recently.
All of this is you're getting the best of what has happened over the past year and a half.
Tempering, how you deal with the socketing. You can now just add sockets and take gems out willy-nilly. You can move things around. Everything that they have done has just been, I feel like they went to a marker on a board and said, is this fun? Is this not fun? Get rid of it.
Yeah.
And that's where Diablo 4 is. I love that game right now.
No, and I agree. I think Diablo 4 is in the best state it has been. Or it's in the best state it's been as of right now.
And how they're doing the gear, how you level up the gear, everything about it is they made it. So I'll take Diablo 2, which is one of my favorite games of all time. You had to grind and farm to get the gear that you wanted, and it took hours and hours. But what you grind, the grind doesn't exist as much anymore because how you apply the affixes, how you apply the aspects, how you masterwork the gear, how that works now. There's not a lot of downtime, and you get everything. I don't even know how to explain it to you, David, in a way that makes sense because there's so many currencies and stuff and all that stuff. But they made it so it's easy to play the way you want to play and have a lot of non-grinding downtime.
Well, I think what they did, so even your
uptime's really high.
In this latest update, Season of Hatred, they changed the level cap from 100 to 60. I bet they looked at how many people made it to 100, and it was probably not a lot of people. And they went to their whiteboard and they said, why is this happening? Okay, because by the time you finish the camp, because we both started new characters, by the time you finish just not even the base campaign, just the expansion campaign, you're already 50.
Yeah.
So you only got to do 10 more levels to hit cap, and then you start doing Paragon
and the Paragon system.
But yeah, no, you're right. They've gotten rid of a lot of the pointless grinding.
The pointless grinding they said, and there still is grinding. Don't get me wrong, but it's fun grinding.
It's walking forward.
It's the good kind, David. It's the good kind of grinding. Yeah.
Yeah,
anyways, I'm playing that game, and it's so
I'm excited.
Good.
I've not jumped in yet because I'm distracted by my MMO addictions at the moment, but it's exciting to get to. Shall we? We're coming up on the hour here. Let's talk. Let's talk about what
funny because the whole point of the show that we were
was the partner preview. So the partner preview was today. There were some pretty good things in it. Now the partner preview is just third-party games. None of these are first-party titles, and I actually think this is a really good way for Xbox to do it. You avoid confusion. You know that, hey, wait, is this game first-party? Is this game not first-party?
The expectation is set.
The expectation is set.
Okay, these are all third-party games.
And so I'm here to just enjoy the trailers of what they are, et cetera, et cetera. Now, a few games were revealed on Game Pass. Eternal Strands is there. Wheel World is there, which is a bike open world game.
I'm not gonna lie, that game looked kind of funny.
It's an open world bike game. I'm definitely gonna try it out. Firebreak is coming to Game Pass. Wu Chang Fallen Feathers, which if you see the thumbnail to our show today, that's there. And
Wu Chang
is doing some Wu Tang really well.
Just pull up the list of all the stuff.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. So those are the Game Pass ones: Firebreak, Wu Chang, Will World, Eternal Strands is a Souls-like Magic type of game that's coming to Game Pass as well. So outside of that, we got a couple games that did drop for Blind Fire.
Played that one.
It removes light from the situation. That's what they.
Oh yeah, looks super cool.
So Jordan played it.
I did.
It's available now in early access.
You can get so it's in early access right now. It's only $8.99 if you want the game, but they do give you an hour free trial, and I played the free trial.
Do you know what that game reminded me of? Like if I was playing laser tag with real guns.
That's actually what I thought
it
too.
is.
Yeah.
So how was it, Jordan?
So
Wait. Is it the best game ever made? Is it the worst game ever made?
Yeah, I didn't
Would
know,
you
yeah.
want to spend the rest of your life playing this game, or would you rather
Let
spend the
me-
next 100
I'm
years
gonna
being
pull up the
kicked
footage
in the
of
nuts
this stuff.
repeatedly? It's that bad.
Yeah, let me explain it to you. So the game is interesting. So like David says, it takes away light. The premise of the game is you're basically in this dark arena. You have kind of an echo ability that charges, so you can hit echo and it does like almost an outline, so you can kind of see people. What's interesting about the game is because it's dark, you kind of have to rely on your hearing. Like if you couldn't see. And what's cool is if someone shoots something, you can see like the muzzle flash. So you're like, oh, so you aim in that direction and shoot that person.
Yeah.
If you hit a barrel like we see on screen,
that's
it
cool.
explodes. All that stuff that gives off light will give off light.
Okay.
And you can kind of see like,
see
okay.
shadows. Yeah.
Yeah, and then hearing, like what people did in my match is they just stood in a corner, and when you hear someone walk by you, you just blow them away with a shotgun. So, and that's what I did. That happened to me a couple times. I did that a couple
It's like
times.
laser tag. This is like a laser
no,
tag
it is.
facility.
It does feel like laser tag. But so that's everything in the game. It's a cool concept, a cool premise. However,
what do they do wrong?
everything this game does,
Blind
and this is
fire.
just my opinion,
Okay.
everything this game does feels like it can be a game mode in a different game.
In other words, like what's
For example,
what's the long term here? Is the depth, there's
and
no
look,
depth there?
I only played the hour demo. There was only one mode that I played, which is basically it's a 1 life mode, best of 5 rounds. In our match, I think it was like 3v2 or because someone anyway. The problem I see with this game, cool stuff, right? Like the sound, hearing it, you can't see anything, so I have to, I hear footsteps over here, I'm going to shoot. Oh, I see a muzzle flash, I'm going to shoot. Oh, someone hit a grenade, the thing blew up or whatever. Cool stuff. That being said, it feels like it can be a game mode in another game. For example, if Call of Duty put this in the game, why would I ever play this? Like Call of Duty can easily put this as a game mode. Halo can put this as a game. You can literally call it blind fire as the game mode.
Well, and they probably
just
will.
turn off the lights.
If it's successful, they probably will.
But that's what I'm saying. As of right now, and I understand it's early access, they need to work some stuff out. They're probably going to release more stuff. As of right now, I do not see myself playing this long term because, again, I feel like I could make, maybe not me make it, but I feel like this could be made in a Forge mode in Halo, or and not to, not giving credit to the developers. I think some of the stuff they put in was cool. For example, they have a fast reload and a slow reload because of sound.
Yeah.
So if you slow reload, you obviously reload slower, but it's not as.
Also, they
You
totally
can't hear it.
They totally stole Cyberpunk's
Look. Kind of
text.
So, but anyway, all I'm saying is after playing the game for the
Font.
that
Font. That was what I was looking for. Thank you, Spicy. In my head, I'm like, what is text called?
after playing the game for the limited hour that you get for just the demo, it very much feels like this could be a game. Like Call of Duty can add this game mode in a patch. Halo can add this game mode. And if those games do it, why would people
There it
come
is.
to this?
That's the font.
You know?
Yeah.
So that's how to me it just feels like a game mode that can be in other games.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out. So what's nice about the
And I will say this: the controls felt loose.
loose?
Like I went in and made some adjustments. They did not. I was playing on a controller, Xbox Series X. Controls didn't feel super good.
Well, it is early access.
I kind of put that off to the side for early access. So
Yeah,
I
it is early
kind of
access, so
focused on the big picture. And to me,
fine tuning those.
to me, the big picture is
Blind fire.
I feel like this could be a game mode in other games.
Yeah. The big game was probably Alan Wake, the Lake House, which looks super cool, but it's not coming to Game Pass.
No, I'll show you the big game,
The
David.
game
right
big
here.
game is
This
Pirate-
one.
Pirates.
Oh
Are
my
we going
gosh.
Pirates, baby. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that's right.
Yakuza,
As soon
Pirates
as-
in Hawaii.
Pirates
and
in
they're-
Hawaii. I love that they put in Hawaii.
This game,
Yeah, it does look
I
cool.
cannot
Yeah.
wait. This game, because I like the Yakuza games. They're so fun.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, when I
this,
was
like-
watching this, I was like, is this Yakuza? It looks like the art style, and then it's Pirates, and I'm like,
And it ramps.
What
It's like
is-
taking fun and ramps it up to 1,000 here.
there are so many I don't know how to describe it.
Awesome moments.
This was
It's
written
like the first time I ever saw Gangnam Style,
Yeah,
where it just kept elevating
It's
and
just pure
elevating
fun.
and elevating.
Pure fun.
Like the electric guitar part when he's like, "Bah!" Like it just
And
kept.
I like
this part.
The
better.
neon pirate
when he
city.
comes into the city and you're like, what is this?
There's a pirate arena.
Yakuza's Pirates, and then the title when it came up in Hawaii of all.
Yeah, in Hawaii. It makes me laugh so much.
Oh my gosh!
Oh yeah, these guys are ex WWE writers.
By the way, this is what Skull and Bones should have been.
Yeah,
Good. And they just kept escalating and escalating, which is great. That's what's great about Yakuza. Some of the funniest dialogue in any game ever are in Yakuza games, and as soon as
look
this
at
game
Tournament of
started,
Captains. Look at, and you're in these like remote boats.
Okay.
and it's the Tournament of Captains, dude. That's all I'm playing right there.
it is every like the next 3 games after this too. Just I feel like I don't know. I think this game started putting me in a good place mentally. Like look at the like the guitar. This game trailer.
Someone's a shark and a
And
monkey.
an ape.
It put me in such a good mood for the rest of the preview that I was like, this is
Okay.
one of the greatest.
In Hawaii,
Like a
TM.
dragon pirate Yakuza in
In Hawaii, TM.
It is. I can't wait. So this game put me in like a happy place. And at the next game, I think it's Subnautica 2 is the next one, and
yeah,
then
mouse pie for hire.
That one looks
That one
actually,
looks great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It basically looks like Cuphead, but in first person.
Yeah, it looks super cool.
this it became one of my like favorite showcases of all time.
The team in charge of this at Xbox, well done, team. Well done. Like, just games, no fluff.
Oh, it wasn't 3 hours long.
27 minutes is perfect.
27 minutes, no fluff,
I
just
actually think
games,
it's less than
games.
I think the whole
games.
video is 27 minutes, but actually it's less. It's like 24 minutes. It was what it works out
Yeah,
to
because
be.
the last like 4 minutes are like, thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching, yeah. Yeah, this game looks super.
Yeah,
this
it
game
actually
has
does
style.
look pretty cool.
There. Oh yeah, we're watching. What's this?
Can we go to the Real World game, though? That one's coming to Game
That
Pass.
one. I know. Usually, I would not like.
They're been like, what is this piece of
I think that one
crap?
was towards the beginning, wasn't it?
Oh, no, Real World is after... No, it's after Yakuza. There was, I think you were. I think
Oh,
you were.
back
There goes
here.
Mouse, Animal Well, Eden Zero, Eternal Strands, Mistfall.
Yeah,
and
there
then
it is. Real World.
Yeah, dude, look. You're just riding a bike.
So it's interesting because I was put in such a good place mentally. Usually, I'm like annoyed with these games. I was like, that's kind of fun.
dude. Well, like...
Open world
no, I'm like,
bicycle game.
what is this? But then I see it, but what got me, I'm like, what is this here? And then what got me is this part. Watch.
Where you start punching people.
No, not where you start punching people. So right here, when you're changing your bike, I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. And then what got me was when you pull up to the bicycle shop. Right here, Dave's Bike Shop. Like, I was like, I'm in. I want to go to Dave's Bike Shop. You do jumping jacks. So it's just Bike World. I think it's an open world bike game.
And there was like not a lot of high, I guess, interested games in this sequence. But what I liked about it is they were, I don't know, it was just presented in such a clean, lean way that
It's just games. Yeah, and
I
there's nothing-
love. It's one of my favorite. It's like Nintendo, like how I like Nintendo Direct so much. It's
Yeah.
just
just fun.
fun games.
How it should be. Just fun.
I was
Amen.
really, really impressed with it this time. Even if it, yeah. I thought it was phenomenal.
Yeah,
I have a
agreed.
whole list of notes on all the games that I like.
The big game coming to Game Pass out of this, though, is Wu Chang Fallen Feathers.
That game was, I think, the best game
Oh,
shown.
yeah. Let me pull
very
on that
closely by Pirates in Hawaii.
Yeah,
like that was number 2.
Now that one,
Wu
so
Chang?
Pirates. So Yakuza's not coming to Game Pass, but Wu Chang is Fallen Feathers. It looks freaking cool.
It looks awesome.
Okay,
And it's right before you.
Very excited for it.
Like it looks beautiful. It looks pretty. Hey, there's your co-pilot.
so stupid.
Windows sucks. Can we say like it's like annoying all the time.
Yeah. Well, what just happened is like Copilot just took over my screen, so I couldn't see what was going on, and you guys don't see it.
Dude, I love that this dude has a throne in his clothes, built into his clothes.
Hot female samurai.
Yeah.
Dude, that's what I was thinking as this game
And
was going. I'm
she
like,
activates her flame.
I'm like, okay.
her flame arm.
like it was like, okay, like a Eastern style game, right? Like Souls-like, cool combat, action combat, RPG, incredibly attractive Asian women.
That's when
Like
you were
this,
in.
I'm like, dude, this game is made like
Sign Jordan up.
Much like Space Marines ticked every box. This one did too.
Yeah, look at she just chopped that dude in half with two.
But
two
doesn't it
swords.
look good?
Yeah.
Like it looks like a fun Souls. I mean, I think it was being described as like a Souls-like action RPG. I'm excited.
I don't know
for this.
that. I want. Can I get the friggin' bullet staff?
boss
bullet
fights.
staff.
Yeah,
I
the bullet
love
staff.
games with lots of boss fights.
Yeah.
This game.
it looks
I'm
cool.
playing this day one,
Yeah,
and
it
it's
looks
on
cool.
Game Pass.
This is on Game Pass?
Yeah, it's coming to Game Pass. Huge.
Yeah.
Game Pass, undeniable, best value in gaming, no questions. Once again, this underscored that. And you got to think, like, we're getting to that point now where every one of these, we're just going to get more games on Game Pass, more things to get excited for. It's hard to see how people don't start being like, all right, I'm in on Game Pass.
Yeah.
I'm all in. Here we
When
go.
just looking at this game, like the combat looks good, some of the parrying looks good, the boss mechanics look good. Like it looks good.
Yeah, it does.
But I hope it doesn't suck because I'm really excited for this
that's
one.
disappointing when
Like,
like
you
something
know?
is beautiful and then it sucks and you're like,
ah, dang it.
oh, this had so much potential.
Like Cyberpunk? When
Yeah,
it
you're like,
launched?
dang it. Well, what was frustrating about Cyberpunk is you could see like
The
there was
potential.
something
The
there,
foundation was
and
there.
then they were just like, nah.
Captain Obvious, as the children say, it slaps.
It does. I think this
slaps.
game slaps.
It slaps hard,
Oh, yeah.
as the kids say these days. Remember when Fleek was a thing? It's on Fleek.
Fleek?
Yeah, that was a thing for like a hot minute. It's gone. That went away real quick.
Yeah, because it's stupid.
Dude, just look how cool that guy was when he. Oh man.
I can see why
Wu
that
Chang.
was
Yeah, it
just
went away.
why that was just an August thing.
I think COVID killed Fleek. That's what happened there. Because it was that Fleek was definitely pre-COVID. So.
yeah.
All right, everybody. It's reaching the end of our show here, the end of the hour. So thank you very much for tuning in and hanging out. Don't forget to rate, review, and subscribe to us over on Apple Podcasts, on Spotify. Go follow us on YouTube if you haven't yet. Also, follow Mr. McSpicy's channel. He's almost through the game. What game is on your channel?
3?
Baldur's Gate.
Yeah, we're close to that. And there were some subs that were gifted. So those that have now a subscription on YouTube, stay here. We're doing an after show right after. Are we?
Yeah, well, it'll have to be a quick one, but we're doing one.
Oh, okay.
So
I
let's-
saw your face, and then I was like,
Yeah, it's okay.
I should.
All right, see you guys.
We'll see you in a
on the
sec.
after show.